Cindy Kelly and Denise at one of their events. And this is a book club in Oak Ridge, listening to us talk about Denise. There she is, so proud that it's been published in Poland as a Polish edition. That, again, this is one of the ladies that's in the book. That's Colleen when she was younger on the atomic cocktail box. Again, another one of the ladies. That's my Colleen Black there that you can see her. So proud with her book. Celia Klinsky was General Grove's secretary, and she had some good stories to tell about working with General Grove. And Helen Jernigan. Now, how do we feel about our sound? All right, let's go and listen to, let me go right back to this one. Right here. This lady down in the lower right is one of the Calytron girls. She worked there from 1945, from January to August. And we've got just enough time to watch this one if we get the sound on. And then I'm going to give you a test and hand out these videos. We're going to do it real quick.
I did not know what I was doing or why I was doing it. I just knew how to do it. I just knew if everything was working right. Wait a minute. You did your shift and your left, and that was it. I mean, it was pleasant and it's clean, you know, the working condition, and the pay was good. I mean, you know, for
75 cents an hour.
Time and everything, and it wasn't hard work, you know what I mean, doesn't, not really physical, you know what I mean, labor, so that. The working, they was just very pleasant. They did not permit you to, you know, like you went to the supermarket or something, you didn't get 4 or 5 people in a group and have a discussion. Yeah. And they had lines everywhere for everything, you know, you understand. And in those lines, they were single file. You didn't do a lot of, you know, well, I don't know, everywhere you look, just told you to keep your mouth shut. I guess you kind of got afraid to do any a lot of talking. Well, we've done a little talking. You didn't know what you were talking about, you know. Probably most of it was done in the rooms. I mean, actually, it took me a long time to catch on to this, but when you went to the movies, you'd be sitting in a movie and it comes down and shine a flashlight right then, you know, to see that you wasn't congregating your daytime. Yes, it's pretty well. You wonder how they kept that secret, but I tell you, they had their ways of doing it. You had to turn in everything you had, you know, your badge, you nothing of that, and actually the uniforms, the clothes you wore at work, you know, they never did leave this area. They were laundry, the wives lived.
Okay, now when we bring this back, I want to tell you one more story about Gladys. Gladys told me when I brought her back in 2004, she said, "Ray, I never did know what I was doing. Can you show me what I was doing?" I said, "Yeah, Gladys, I can show you." So I opened up one of these cabinets. I said, "Gladys, when you adjusted this knob up here, you were changing the value of a rheostat." She reached over and tapped me on the arm. She said, "Ray, I still don't know what the hell I was doing." but she said, "I do know that if I had any bobby pins in my hair, they'd just go and go stick to the walls." A lot of magnets, largest magnets in the world at the time. She also said that when she finished being trained for the Calytrons, to run the Calytron, she knew it was something important because this man came in at the end of the class and he was dressed in suit clothes, so he was somebody important. So when he came in, he said, "Ladies, we can't tell you what you're going to be doing. We can only tell you how to do it. And all I can say is if our enemy gets it first, God help us." She remembered that 65 years later with a lot of pride about what she'd done. That when the war. Now, they also put these girls, Tennessee Eastman hired these young girls because there wasn't any young men. When Gladys, she lived up in Kentucky, and she got a note from, a letter from her friend who had gone down to Oak Ridge to work saying, Gladys, you need to come down here to Oak Ridge to work. There's men down here. So there wasn't any men up in Kentucky. All right, I've got just about a couple of minutes for you. And I told you that there would be a test, but I can't do the test because the test was about the movie you didn't see. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you that these are available for you. And we've got several of them up front. And I want you to pick them up when you get through with the presentations here today. And there are also some outside, I believe. Now, if you don't get a package of this and you'd like to have one, I have some business cards that you can send me an email or contact me by phone, and I'll send them to you. Alan can also help you to get some. So in the interest of moving along, let me tell you that I've enjoyed being here with you today, and I've had a ball, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well.
Ray, thank you so much. And that's a fascinating book. And if you have a chance to get it, it's like #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, or #7, well, okay, it's a little bit. It's there, but it is really well worth reading, and it's an amazing insight into some of the people who work so hard to Manhattan Project. Real quickly, I've got someone else I need to introduce you to. Vinnie Bottleson from Senator Reed's office is here. Senator Reed was with us last year. He's gotten pretty well tied up in Congress this week. Wasn't able to be here, but he wanted to have Vinnie come along and make a presentation here, so I'll turn it over to you, Vinnie.
Thank you so much. As Alan said, Senator Reed apologizes for not being able to be here today. This is a very important day for Senator Reed and for all of Nevada, especially Southern Nevada, being so close to the test site. The Senate, as was already mentioned by Mr. Fitzgerald from Cold War Patriots, was able to unanimously pass Senate Resolution 164. I would love to read that for you today. This was introduced by Mr. Udall of Colorado, Senator Udall of Colorado for himself, Senator Alexander, Senator Brown, Cantwell, Gillibrand, McConnell, Udall, Graham, Grassley, Senator Reed, and Senator Corker. And it was passed on September 18th of this year. The resolution designating October 30th, 2013 as a National Day of Remembrance for Nuclear Weapons Program Workers. Whereas, since World War II, hundreds of thousands of men and women, including uranium miners, millers, and haulers, have served the United States by building nuclear weapons for the defense of the United States. Whereas, those dedicated workers paid a high price for their service to develop nuclear weapons program for the benefit of the United States, including by developing, disabling, or fatal illnesses. Whereas the Senate recognized the contribution, service, and sacrifice of those patriotic men and women made for the defense of the United States in Senate Resolution 151 in the 111th Congress, agreed to on May 20th, 2009, Senate Resolution 653, agreed to September 28th, 2010, Senate Resolution 275 on September 26th, 2011, and Senate Resolution 519, August 1st, 2012. Whereas a National Day of Remembrance time capsule has been crossing the United States, collecting artifacts and stories of nuclear weapons program workers relating to the nuclear defense era of the United States, and a remembrance quilt has been constructed to memorialize